Hello, this is Janet Michael. In addition to hosting The Valley Today each weekday at noon on the River 95.3, I also produce podcasts. And I'm excited to kick off Season 2 of our podcast series in partnership with Rappahannock Electric Cooperative. It's called We Are REC. Every week we'll release a new episode talking to different people from REC about a host of different topics. We'll get tips for saving money on your electric bill. We'll talk about renewable energy and the impact it can have in our communities. We'll get some behind-the-scenes info about what happens when the power goes out in a storm. Don't miss out on information about community grants, scholarships, REC-hosted events, and more. Get every single episode on our website at theriver953.com under the podcast tab, or you can subscribe for free in Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or on Spotify. Just do a quick search for We Are REC. Hello and welcome to The Valley Today. I am your host, Janet Michael. Happy Friday as you are listening to the show today. However, I will tell you we are recording today's show on a hot and humid Wednesday afternoon, but it is well worth it to be able to have a conversation with my guests today. Turner and Mary Kay Kobayashi are on the Zoom screen with me. They are with Audley Farms, and we're going to talk a little bit about the farm in Clarke County in a few minutes. But first, I want to talk about the Clarke County Farmers Market because you guys have been a part of it for quite some time, and it is having its big opening this weekend on Saturday, isn't it?
Yes, it is. We're super excited. It's in a new location this year. Due to COVID, we had to find more space. So we worked with the superintendent, Dr. Bishop, with the town, with the police, and we're going to be at 317 Main Street, which is the old primary building. We have lots of parking. It's still in town. It's not that far from our other location. It just allows us to have all the product vendors there that we had in previous years, and also food trucks, and space. Also the ability to come in and out one way in, one way out. So we're asking everybody to be patient with us the first couple weeks because it's all new. But we are excited to be back.
I would imagine that everybody that is a regular at the Clarke County Farmers Market doesn't really care what kind of hoops they're going to have to jump through. They're just so excited that you guys are open and they're going to be able to come and get so many really cool things from the vendors that you have at the market.
Yeah, we're really excited. We have 26 vendors slated to be there on Saturday, and it'll vary because we have some drop-ins each week, but we're pretty excited to have a nice offering for the community.
So we'll have most of the normal vendors that everybody's seen in the past. We'll have obviously produce, herbs, meat, chicken, beef, cheese. Harview is a new vendor for us, and they're local Clarke County, so that's their first year with us at the market, so we're excited about that. We'll have plants, we'll have sweet elephant, just lots of different products to offer. And some new vendors. So yeah, we're excited, and we've got lots of room for parking, lots of room to walk around.
Now, do all of the vendors that participate, are they from Clarke County, or do you have like a certain radius that they have to be nearby in order to participate as a vendor?
For the most part, they're in Clarke County. We do have some vendors outside of Clarke County. We have some out in Winchester. We take peripheral treatment to obviously the Clarke County vendors, but we do have some from Winchester and a little bit farther out. But for the most part, they're all local.
And is 26 your standard kind of regular number? I know Clarke County Farmers Market is one of my favorite. For years I've been saying I think it is the best farmers market in the Shenandoah Valley. And part of that is because you have so many things and so many people that participate in it. Is 26 kind of your sweet spot?
26 for this location is going to be our sweet spot. 26 at our other location was pretty challenging, and a lot of times we would have to limit it to 25 just because there just wasn't enough room. So at this new location, and it is temporary, we do have more room. So we are, even as this week comes on, we've had people that are trying to sign up to do either a drop-in or even possibly do a half season. So I think the new location is going to allow more vendors.
So it gives us some more space. We have a couple of food trucks, food vendors coming. So we're pretty excited about that. We have a pizza oven coming, so there'll be some different options. We usually have music, as you know, Janet. We have some live music, but this year we're kind of playing it. We will have live music this year, but in the first few weeks, we're going to kind of gauge it and see how things go and see how the restrictions go and work things out.
And I know from having the farmers market on the show in the past, and again, from being a regular customer there, you guys have an actual organization. I mean, this isn't just a couple of the farmers in Clarke County getting together and saying, hey, we should do this. You have a whole organization. How did you guys have to come together and figure out, wow, what are we going to do? How are we going to open? I bet that was a whole lot of discussion.
It was. We definitely were the Clarke County Farmers Market Association. We have 5 to 6 executive members, and it was a challenge. We didn't want to move locations. We didn't want to open too soon. I know a lot of other places have opened their farmers market. We wanted to be safe. We want our vendors to be safe. We want our people coming to be safe. It's been a challenge. We had to get new signage. We had to get just more things to have, like cones to where to come in, where to come out. So it took us a while. We came up with June 13th as the date, way back in like April, when I believe June 10th was going to be the governor's maybe go ahead that we could have phase 1. Luckily, we're in phase 2. But yeah, it's been a challenge, but everybody's been great. I mean, the town's been great. The police has helped us. Dr. Bishop has helped us, the superintendent. So everybody's really, coming together like they always do in Clarke County. So we're just excited to have all the residents come, people from outside come, and enjoy this market with us.
And the other piece of it is that from a farmer's perspective, none of that changed. COVID-19 health pandemic aside, they're still growing tomatoes. They're still having their gardens. You guys are still running the farm. That part of it didn't change. And you probably really were looking forward to having this outlet to be able to kind of start selling your goods and services more.
We definitely were. If anybody knows about farming doesn't happen in 2 months. It's year round. So we didn't plan for, obviously, COVID-19 to happen. So right now is actually a perfect time for the produce vendors, especially, to be there, because usually in early May, they didn't have a lot to offer, but it's actually helped everybody. We're going to have full offerings. But yeah, as a farmer, we're really excited that we all have a place to sell.
And Turner, we were talking a little bit before we started recording for the radio show. I have a client who has Richard's Fruit Market over in Middletown, and he has seen the same type of thing that you guys were telling me you've seen at Audley, is a huge influx of people who, I don't want to say are finally getting it and buying their beef local, but they're finally getting it and they're buying their beef local.
Yes, they are. I mean, it's been interesting because I think they normally go to the grocery store and they can just go there and grab it. And they go to the grocery store now and some of the things are not there. And they're like, wow, where can I get this locally? And they found us and they found our produce friends. And it's really renewed interest in the community and local buying and things. So if there's a silver lining in all this craziness, that might be it. And we're very fortunate. And we've found some new customer and friends. So it's kind of a blessing in disguise here.
I agree. I think it's the best part of it all is that people seem to be taking more of an interest in where their food comes from. And the fact that they know the people who are growing it, who are raising it, makes it feel even better when you prepare your meal for dinner that night or a snack or any of that kind of stuff. Yeah,
it's a big part. And all of our farmers are very open to visiting their farms and seeing it, so people know firsthand, like you said, where their food comes from. So it's really important.
Yeah, I think the meat vendors, especially beef and pork and even chicken, our greatest thing is the demand and how to keep up with it. So we're always just saying, just patience, and it's going to keep coming. It just isn't going to come on a big truck somewhere. So, and most people have been great about that.
Yeah, they've been really patient with us and understanding.
Well, it's funny. I had a conversation with Eddie Richard a couple of weeks ago, and he was in this really funny mood where he said it really sucks because he had he's been really busy, obviously the same as you guys have. He said, but the problem is I've been so busy so early that I can't really enjoy it because now I'm worried about whether I'm going to have enough to keep going forward. He said, so it's like a catch-22 for me. I can't find happiness anywhere.
It is. It is. It's like on one hand, you go, this is the greatest problem to have. And then on the other hand, you worry about how am I going to keep supplying everybody? And we just keep saying, the cows are here, the pigs are here, they're all here. It's just, maybe a little bit slower than normal, but
he didn't like my suggestion of sprinkling some Miracle Grow on the calves and things like that. He said that wasn't going to work and kind of just brushed me off. I thought it was so rude. Well, let's take a quick break. When we come back, can we talk a little bit about Audley Farm, and then we'll do a quick wrap up too of what people can expect when the farmers market opens this weekend?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Sounds good.
Great.
We're going to do all of that when we come back. Again, we are pre-recording today's conversation with Turner and Mary Kay Kobayashi. They are with Audley Farms. We are talking today about the Clarke County Farmers Market. It is opening on Saturday from 8 a.m. to noon. It is going to be in a new location at Berryville Primary, just on Main Street, actually. We're going to talk more with them about that when we come back. I am Janet Michael, and you are listening to The Valley Today. Expecting to hear a commercial? That's what this is, sorta. First, I want to thank you for listening to the Valley Today podcast. You're one of thousands who listen to the show this way every month. Sometimes it's because our listeners are busy and they want to listen when it fits their schedule, or it's a guest of the show who want to hear what they sounded like when they were on the radio. We even have a few binge listeners who listen to a week's worth at a time. Can you even imagine? So if you want those people, your potential customers, to hear your message, then this could have been your ad. And the bonus, your commercial isn't restricted to just 30 or 60 seconds. You can take up to 2 minutes to talk to those customers. And there's even the opportunity to be an exclusive sponsor of the Valley Today podcast, which also gets you on-air mentions at the end of every show. If any of this sounds interesting to you, give me a call at the station, 540-635-4121, or send me an email to janet@theriver953.com. You can also find all my contact info by searching for me on theriver953.com. Welcome back to The Valley Today. I am your host, Janet Michael. We are having a Zoom conversation today with Turner and Mary Kay Kobayashi. They are with Audley Farms. We have pre-recorded today's show on a Wednesday afternoon. You, of course, are listening to it on Friday, which is perfect timing because we are talking about the Clarke County Farmers Market, and it opens tomorrow as you were listening to this, 8 a.m. to noon. We touched on it briefly at the top of the show, Mary Kay, but you guys have a brand new location, mostly because you want to keep the social distance. You want to have one way in and one way out for people, all of these safety precautions that you're taking. So where is the farmers market going to be located this year?
So the address is 317 West Main Street, which used to be the old primary school. It is now the administration offices for the Clarke County Public School System. It's kind of in between the downtown and the new high school, and it's right on Main Street, and there's lots of parking, there's lots of room. Our market managers, both of them will be there, and they'll be directing the vendors where to set up, and then for the people come in one way and you're going to go, but you're going to wrap around and get to visit every vendor you want. We're going to put our feet very into the entrance so that cars can't come in that way, or people, and so you just sort of make a circle. So it'll be a little bit different, but we're super excited. I think it's going to be great, and we can have all the vendors that have signed up, which was more important because they all have products. So we're excited.
So what was that like when you put the call out and said, hey, here's the date, this is what we're looking at, this is going to be our location? Were vendors like immediately all in, or did you have some that were a little hesitant? How was the come on in from a vendor perspective? How did that work?
For the most part, everybody was like, okay, when do we start? Let's start tomorrow. We did have a couple people pull out because it was going to be a little more challenging for them, or they were a little bit, they were elderly and they were concerned, for their health, and that makes sense. They may come back later. They just won't be there at the beginning of the market. But most people, most of the farmers, most of the vendors, they need an avenue to sell their products, and, they're excited to be back and have a place to do that. So, we're just hoping everybody comes to support us. The location will have lots of signage out. It's easy to find. And the weather's supposed to be beautiful on Saturday. So.
And it'll be every Saturday from 8 a.m. until noon at this location for this entire season?
As of right now, it is for this entire season. If every regulation was released and we could say everything was safe to be closer together, we would probably move back. I don't see that happening. So for now, we're just saying, yes, it's temporary, but it's for this season. And we had to do that in order to be able to have the farmers market.
And I know you guys at Audley Farm have a farm stand there at your farm, and you had been doing that on Saturday mornings. This is probably going to be a little bit easier for you because now you can just go to the market and have your setup. You're not going to still be open at your place on Saturdays, are you?
No, we're not. We're going to be open on Wednesdays. We're open every Wednesday, 4 to 7. That's for, people that either don't want as much traffic and people at the market, and or they just want to get stuff during the week. We were trying to do both locations, but it was too much for us. So we're just going to go straight to the farmers market. We like to interact with all the people there. It's just good to be in the community, but we did have a lot of community support. A lot over the winter, a lot of new customers, a lot of new faces. It was a lot of fun and challenging.
So tell me about Audley Farm. What do you guys raise at Audley?
So we're primarily two products. We have thoroughbred racehorses. So you've probably seen some. Actually, we've had one that took second in the Kentucky Derby in 2012. His name was Bodemeister. We also have very first Triple Crown winner. Justify, the last Triple Crown winner. We have his very first baby here at the farm. It's a beautiful filly by Justify out of our mare Foreign Affair. On the other side, we're a registered Angus, Black Angus seed stock and beef producer. So we sell both our bulls, our females, pretty much west of the Mississippi and Texas and Idaho. And then we sell locally our beef program and our products here. So we think we can raise good beef, and we prove it by having our own beef program and selling locally.
And I will tell you, as someone who has had both your steaks and your burger, oh my gosh.
Thank you. We like it too.
So how has COVID-19 impacted you at Audley? I mean, again, we mentioned it earlier, farming doesn't stop regardless of a health pandemic, but what kind of impact has COVID-19 had on you guys?
It's been a challenge for us to keep up with the demand of what people want as far as beef going. We schedule a year in advance with our processors and with our program. And so when we got this influx of people in March, which is usually not a busy time, in April, it became a challenge of how to keep up with inventory. And we've had to actually limit the amount of beef that we can sell per family, per customer. It was challenging. It was really challenging. We actually opened up more days at the farm for people to come because we could only have so many people here at a time. So from that standpoint, I guess it's a good problem to have. But we would be happy when it gets back to normal and we have supply for everybody. And, when people want something, we can say, yes, we have it. And we'll get to that point sometime this summer.
Well, and it's definitely going to help go towards building that regular customer base that you talked about a few minutes ago, because I will tell you, once somebody has realized what real locally raised beef tastes like, you cannot go to a big box store or grocery store and buy hamburger or steaks there again. You are spoiled for life, I think.
I know, and we like that. We love that. And that's the other thing, like even with the vendors at the farmers market, there's so many local vendors that have these products, and myself included can't wait to go buy them on Saturday. So it's going to be a great day.
I know that you're going to have a lot of your regulars back, but one of the ones that Turner rattled off a few minutes ago was Sweet Elephant, and oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's the one that I am most excited about. And that's just because She bakes amazing, I mean, cookies, cupcakes. There isn't anything that she has made that doesn't taste phenomenal.
Oh, we personally love her. She's a big hit. We're excited for her with her new bake shop that she's going to be on Main Street opening up very soon. But she's a huge draw. I mean, we do sell some of her product here, and when she comes on site to sell, we have cars lining up.
Yeah, Lauren brings them in from all over. Lauren's famous now.
Oh yeah, I think what I'm going to do is reach out to her once she's got the new place open and see if I can come there and record and just eat my way through a radio show.
Yeah. Just don't eat anything before.
I'll join you, Janet. I'll join you. So.
Yeah.
And you guys are really cool too in Clarke County, because you've talked a lot about this, or you've mentioned the other farmers. You really are separate and apart from the farmers market. You guys are really a tight-knit community in Clarke County, and you want to make sure that everybody there is reaping the benefits and is able to promote their products and sell their stuff.
Yeah, I feel really blessed that we have the relationships that we have. I believe a lot of the people in Clarke County, a lot of the vendors, a lot of the farmers, we're kind of all in this together. And so people are very generous. Hey, I'm going to sell at this place. Do you want to sell at this place? So people are they're good with their knowledge of sharing, and they're also good with their time of sharing. So in that respect, we are really, really lucky. And I think that's one of the things about our farmers market. It's got a really good vibe to it because everybody really does like everybody that's there. And we're all trying to help each other. So
yeah, you have some wonderful farms here, and you have Miss Geneva Jackson, and she's part of the core history of Berryville. And it's just being part of that is part of being part of your community. And that's really important to us. And it's important to our friends and our fellow vendors. So
I think
nice.
Lori McIntosh is the longest standing vendor, and I don't know however many years the farmers market's been open, she's been there. So her and Miss Geneva. So
yeah, and then you have Justin Carrasco there at Chili Hollow, and just some people that have been there a long time and just great supporters of the community.
And the other cool part about it is that while I can come and I can get my produce and I can get beef and pork and all of these things, you also let in craftsmen. You have artisans and artists that will come that maybe are potters, or maybe they actually paint, or they have art. It's not just a food-based market either. You have a wide range of things that people can come and purchase and see what's going on in the community.
Yeah, that's one of the things I think that sets us apart too. And those are mostly local vendors. But these are people that, they have these wonderful products, and they don't necessarily have a shop or a studio. The studio's their home, and they don't want, everybody coming to their house. So, we're kind of lucky in that respect. And by having this new location, we didn't have to turn away any product vendors. We are not going to have for now any kind of booths that don't sell products. We are going to have definitely just product vendors, but we've got a few new ones this year, so I'm really excited.
Before we wrap up, can you give me a quick rundown again of who some of the vendors are going to be?
Sure, yeah. I've got a list here. Some of our new ones are Castleman Carpentry. They're local, Jody and Rich Bonet, and they have some beautiful products. We mentioned the Hardesty family and the Harvey Farms and their cheese program. The Great Harvest Farm will be, Grafton School will be there. Chili Hollow Farm, McIntosh Farm, Persimmon Ridge Farm, which is Reed and Candace Dotson, who are on the board, and they're very good pork producers. We've got the Sweet Elephant, as we mentioned. Another one is the service provider, Shenandoah Chef. It's she cooks for people. Rooster Dirt Farm, they have chickens and mushrooms. So they have specialty mushrooms. It's pretty cool. And so we have quite a group.
Texas Tray.
Yeah, Texas Tray. Everyone loves his chips and salsa.
Grafton School. We have plants. We have herbs. Bread. We have
Greenway. Greenway Vistas will be there, and quite a few other people. So we're pretty excited this year. And you can get.
It opens on Saturday, 8 a.m. to noon. Tell me again, where is it? Because it's a new location, I don't think we can say enough times where you're located this year.
So the address is 317 West Main Street. It is the old primary school parking lot. It is the home of the administrative offices. And you'll see all the signage. We try to do it so parking will be in the back, and the vendors will be toward the front so that everyone obviously knows we're there. And again, we'll have one way in, one way out, and we'll have our market managers will be there to assist everybody to show them how it's going to work, and just a little patience for the first couple weeks with all of us. So we're new to where we're going to be, and everybody else is new to where we're.
So it's about a quarter mile west on Main Street of that, of 340, Buck Marsh Run there. So we're a quarter mile west, 317 West Main.
I think you're going to get even more people that are just driving down Main Street and see that you're there, that are going to want to loop back around and stop just because of that location in that particular spot.
Yeah.
We hope so. That's the goal.
Hope to see you there.
If somebody wants more information, website, Facebook, tell me where they can go get more information about Clarke County Farmers Market.
So they can go to either or. They can go to clarkecountyfarmersmarket.com on the website. And then we're also on Facebook, Clarke County Farmers Market on Facebook. And either one you can find, you'll find us on Instagram. I'm not sure if we're on Twitter, but definitely in those areas. And we'll answer. Our social marketing manager will answer any questions. So.
Fabulous. And if I want more information about Audley Farms, or I want to get in on the beef program, how do I reach out to you?
So that's also, our website is audleyfarm.com, and our Facebook page is Audley Farm Angus. And then we have info@audleyfarm.com.
Fabulous. Well, Turner touched on it just a minute ago. Yes, you will see me on Saturday. I've not left my house in months for anything in public, but I am coming out for the Clarke County Farmers Market's grand opening. So I will definitely be there on Saturday.
Great. Look forward to seeing you.
Well, thank you guys for taking some time out of your Wednesday afternoon to record today's show with me. I really do appreciate it.
Well, thank you. It's always nice talking to you, Janet.
We are going to wrap up today's conversation. Again, we pre-recorded it via Zoom on Wednesday afternoon. You, of course, are listening to it on Friday. So as you are listening to this, the Clarke County Farmers Market does open tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. to noon. Fantastic vendors. You're not going to go wrong by spending a couple hours there tomorrow. Head over to Berryville and enjoy it. Remember, they are at 317 Main Street now. So don't go to the old Dollar General location. They're out on the main drag, so to speak. I will be back in the studio. I can't believe I can say I'll be back in the studio. I have a live show coming up on Monday because it is my favorite administrator, Doug Stanley, Warren County Administrator, will meet me in the studio on Monday for Municipal Monday. So I will meet you back on the air at noon on Monday. Have a great weekend, and I will see you back here then.